going on? So today we are going to be doing a comparison between two replica pairs of reverse Grinches and one retail pair. Shout out to Temp Neck. I'll leave a link to his channel because he's the one who informed me in my previous video. If you guys have not seen that, you can go watch that or whatever. I thought I had the best Grinches out, or reverse Grinches, but I didn't. So now I do, and I'm gonna compare the batches. Now, if you cannot tell, the retail pair is in the middle. So the retail pair is on the middle, and on our right over here we have the S2 batch. And then on our left, we have the top quality one, as of my knowledge. Feel free to correct me, but this is the H12 Godkiller pair. Now, this is obviously the closest. The S2 is pretty good as well. And I'm just gonna start by going over some of the things that I noticed. Let's remove one of each. And there's indicators for me, at least, to where I'm confident in saying I know which is which. And as I said that, okay, now I know which is which. Almost fucked up. It is tough. It's not a joke. So what I noticed between the S2 and retail, and just all replicas in general, so this is, if you guys are confused and you really want a guarantee, I'm sure they'll fix it within the next batch though. So you see the scales. Let me try to get it good. Almost every single scale, you might not be able to see it on camera, but almost every single well, actually every single scale, not almost, has a glitter on it. And not just a little bit of glitter, it's a lot of glitter, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. If you can't, you're just gonna have to take my word for it. My camera is too shitty, but there's a lot of glitter on here, right? The H12 pair, it has glitter, but it's not on every scale. It's a bit less. Hold the fuck up. Confused there for a second like an idiot. So yeah, this is still H12, but you can see the toe cap is a good area to see it, which I'm giving you all the fucking shade. You see there is definitely some glitter, but look at how, I'm gonna use the word concentrated because that's what makes the most sense for me, but look how concentrated the glitter is on the retail pair. It's like all in the middle. There's a better angle right there. That's retail. H12, it's there, but it's not like the retail. And then S2 has the least. So let me fix the order again. So that's one thing that I noticed. To me, that's one of the main things. It also seems like the H12 batch kind of raised the tongue a little bit too high. I'm not sure if that was just my pair, but it does seem a little bit too high, or maybe just one shoe, because I think the other one doesn't really have that high of a tongue. So yeah, stitching. Also, the S2 batch tongue is pretty short. I mean, you can kind of see it. Also looks pretty fucking fat. Look at how much extra there is compared to retail. And then H12 is just a little too crisp. You can actually see how much taller it looks. And one thing that I noticed on retails as well is this back heel area. There's always like a line, and I know you can see that in S2, but you can also kind of see how this looks like shit. Cushioning isn't really, just kind of looks like shit. You see the H12 pair doesn't have that line. It's not as noticeable, and I've noticed that on the retail pairs. Again, it's there, but it's not as much as you would think. So the glitter is the main one for me. Also the swoosh on the retail pair, it almost looks gray, but when you compare it to the H12, it's a very, very, very crisp black. And then S2, again, less of the gray gradient effect, airbrush kind of look or whatever. Looking at the soles, the retail pair definitely seems to be more transparent, as you can see. And it does kind of look a little orangish, a little bit. And also another thing that I noticed is, let me actually show you side by side comparison. Let me try to fix this shade shit. Okay, so as you can see, this fucking cut is ginormous. This is the S2 pair. This is the retail pair. You see the fucking difference? That's so much more extra material. You know, it's on the heel cup, it's definitely a lot. Even, let's take the S2 down. Even the H12 has still a decent amount compared to the retail, and it is a bit sharp when it goes up in this corner. Swoosh is a little too high. If you were to compare that to retail, you're looking at it, you see the curve is better, and the swoosh is going upwards. If that makes, well, it's actually a little bit lower is what I meant, because you can see this one goes a lot higher, this one goes a little bit lower. And as I was saying with the toe caps, you can see this one just looks kind of dull, a little dead. This one's very, very clear. And this one is, again, a little bit more foggy. The retail pair definitely seems to be the most transparent. So that's something that I noticed as well. Again, here are the other shoes. Now I'm not gonna get confused. I've fucking pieced it together. This little scaling thing, they've always fucked up on the reps. So this is retail. This is S2, which you're gonna see comes up a lot higher. Let me scoot this over. So you can see the S2 comes up a lot more than the retail. And then even H12, they fixed it on certain areas, but not all the way, because I feel like right here is pretty large. Let me see, this is retail. Well, yeah, they've fixed that actually, not completely, but they definitely have fixed it. I'm not gonna bother with the carbon fiber because they've done a good job, but I did just notice something on my retail pair that I had not noticed on the reps. So this little area is a bit more pointy on the replica. This is H12. This is S2. You can see it's a little pointy, but look at retail. Retail kind of looks like shit. It's not even cut correctly. So you can see that all around the shoe. So that's strange. You know, just something to keep in mind, that some of these flaws, you just know that, okay, this is a Nike flaw. And over here, I think the heel cup has a little bit of glitter. I don't know if you guys can see that as well. And I don't think the reps have managed to replicate that. This is H12, and honestly, it doesn't look that great. You can, almost looks like there's fucking dirt in there instead of glitter. And then the S2 replicated that a little bit, but that signature just looks interesting. In terms, looking at this now, the S2 color is way off compared to retail. Definitely way off. You can see that, you know. So just something to think about. Also, these holes are more, you can feel them more on the S2, a little bit less on H12, and even less on retail. And focusing on little minor issues is definitely a big one. The Kobe logo is not really painted on this H12 pair. While it's better on the retail. You know, overall, this is a close one. It's hurting my eyes looking at all these Kobe's now. But let me know if y'all noticed anything. Those are the main telltale signs that I noticed. You know, if you guys noticed anything, feel free to let me know. I'm sure performance is a little bit different. I'm pretty sure Temp Next got a good video on that. I feel like he goes more in depth. And let me know what y'all want to see more of, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.